People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly soaps, could be located at people.etsy.com. And yeah, you're probably going, is that a crack on her phone? No, it's shrink wrap. I'm going to tell you why. Give me a second. I also braided up my hair. Well, not exactly braided. I twisted it and then braided the ends. So basically, I took all the twists towards the center and then went down the middle and braided it all intact. So that way I could tuck it completely in, essentially giving myself a little air conditioning because it was too hot in the city. I'm melting. Let me quit. Okay, so when it's time to put a wig on, do a protective style, crochet braids or whatever, or just be able to go like this and feel my scalp, yeah, 2-strand twist puts very, very little stress on the hair. The braids anchor it. It's a safe, protective style. In the meantime, this phone is about 2 years old. Hold on, there's a water puddle there that's going to drive me bats. Yeah, this phone's about 2 years old. And when I got the phone, after spending $112 of my money, and it was the second phone in a week because the first phone fell into the sink, and that was all they wrote. And they didn't even want to honor the insurance that the phone had on it. So I said, I know somebody that'll honor it. So I went to a different phone company. Got the phone I got now. It's a HydroWave. It specifically says waterproof. And it still has insurance on it. So, yeah. So that was 2 years ago. And I still bought the Sapphire Shield because I don't like, even if my stuff is waterproof, I don't like scratches on my phone. If you've ever had a cracked phone, a scratched phone or whatever, when you go like this to, swipe right, swipe left or whatever, you could actually end up with cuts on your hand if there's a chip in the glass. That's an unpleasant experience, especially if you happen to have a blood disorder, which means you will bleed and not stop bleeding, and that can be a little teeny, paper cut to something major. If I'm going to be taken out of this world, it's not going to be from an itty bitty little paper cut, okay? Life is too short and my existence has been challenged enough on big things. Let's not, worry about an itty bitty little paper cut. That's why I got my nails done. That's why they took my teeth out. Because if I bite my teeth or my gums or whatever, because every now and then you get that, while I'm asleep, my jaw tends to move and all that. I can bite, the side. If there's no teeth, there's no biting, there's no bleeding. That's why they had my teeth removed. I went, I'm game, because my teeth was hurting me for years before that anyway. When my INR was off and when my blood disorder was causing several issues, I'm on Plavix now, so I don't have to worry about Coumadin, but I can tell when something's a little bit off. So basically it's like when I went like this and my nails were so thin that I can feel like, it felt like there was burning when I went like this. So I just had a big thick layer of acrylic put on my nails. So now, because if it's too thin, it can cause a bleed. I'm just saying. So we don't want to mess up by going like this to change, something on your phone. Let me change this, let me check that, so forth and so on, and then have a cut on your hand. So that's annoyance number one. Then annoyance number two was they charged $20. Granted, that shield lasted a year. I got it in February. It lasted till March. The new one, I got it following March. Here we are going on April. Well, it is April. It's early April. And it had a little teeny chip in the shield. And I already know from experience, you get that little teeny chip, and the chip will become a crack, and the crack will become, and it'll just literally, and that can compromise you, because you go like this going, oh, I can put a piece of tape or something over it for right now. No. When it does that, you need to immediately remove that shield, put it in a plastic container or paper bag, and then dispose of it properly so it doesn't cut you. In the meantime, I go to where I got the phone and said I need another sapphire shield. Oh, we don't have any more. I don't know if we even get any more. You know, they don't make your phone anymore. You need to upgrade. No, I need you to stop talking that nonsense, because I already had an upgrade 2 years ago. I'm still buying parts for this phone, like I just bought a 32 gig SD card, so forth, so on. Well, we're not selling that phone anymore, so therefore we're not selling those parts. I was like, really? Because you gave me a totally different spiel when you was trying to get me to buy the phone. So, you know, at $112. Now they want me to upgrade to $79. Right. Let's wait on that. Because I'm thinking, if I'm going to have to put out money anyway, and they no longer make my phone, so forth, so on, then when this one dies, a horrible electronic death, it goes not work anymore, like all the sidekicks I had. Because, yeah, I was a sidekick girl. I had the Sidekick Original. I had the Sidekick Hinge. I had the Sidekick Slide. I had the Sidekick Flip. All of those. And literally I upgraded from one Sidekick. They changed it out to another Sidekick, so forth, so on. The way they upgrade now, they don't upgrade and say, okay, let me take this phone and trade, and here's your new one. No. Let me take your money. Here's another phone. You're paying more for the phone that you had, and then you're stuck with this phone. We might leave it activated. We might not. But you stuck with it. You own it. Now what are you supposed to do with it? That's annoying as... Yeah, it's just annoying. It's like, just... Yeah. When this one decides to fry and die and electronically go kaput, then I'll get that $79 phone. But the first thing I'll do is take my 32 gig SD card out of it and put it in the new phone. That was another thing. That's how they get you. The Sidekick, I went from the first Sidekick to the next Sidekick, all with the same SIM card. The new phone, the SIM card in the original was this big. This was this big. It's like you spend half your time trying to, you know, pick up something small enough to get it out of there. I don't know what they're going to do with the new one. And then this phone, you couldn't access the batteries. Everybody kept going, oh, well, that's easy. Just, you know, you remove the battery. No, the battery's integrated. Well, no, that's not how, it's like, I'm telling you, I own the phone. I read the owner's manual from front page to bottom page and everything in between. And then the phone has an online help menu. It tells you the battery's inside it is integrated. One of the reasons it's waterproof is because you can't access the battery, and if you could, you have to do certain things to make sure that you can still blah blah blah. But you know, I'm not on that. If it needs to be accessed that badly from the battery, I could just call up Kyocera, whatever, and have a service, because I mean Kyocera.com is where I got parts for the phone originally. So even if they don't sell it at Metro or T-Mobile or whatever, I'm real sure, because this is a big company, they will have something that will work with this phone. if I had to go through them directly. But in the meantime, because I didn't want cuts or whatever from the Sapphire Shield, that I decided to give up the Ghost after a year. And I wish I had thought of this, say, $40 ago. Because the first Sapphire Shield was $19.99, and the second one was $19.99 plus taxes, plus shipping and handling, because it was sent from Kyocera instead of at the nearest metro. And then the one that I was going to get, and I didn't get because I went to Metro and they said, oh, we don't have that anymore. You might not even be able to get that at the website, blah, blah, blah. Because they want to tell you that so that way you can order their new stuff because they seen you coming. Because you say, oh, there's an upgrade. Okay. No. Oh, there's an upgrade? Oh, let me consider that. And then I'll type in Kyocera, you know. I utilize every, before I spend money on new stuff, I'm not going to toss good money after bad. So I'm going to see if I can fix the bad before I go to the new. And the only thing that's wrong with the phone is that it doesn't have a shield that works. So I put a shrink wrap bag on it. I tried it from the one end and that little part that bevels in the front that I showed you. Let's see. This part right here, that's the outside of the back. Okay. First I had it on this side and it came up, and right here is where your menu selection is. So that wasn't going to work. So I did it the opposite direction. And I keep forgetting my camera's right there. So not only is it not showing on either camera, see, well, you can't see. The camera is right here on this phone and right here on the other side, almost in the exact place. And then the cord, and then I took the shrink wrap gun and just kind of like hit the place where the power supply goes in and where the camera and the volume functions is. And then I just tried it, and I can swipe right through it, so forth, so on. Like I said, I tried it the first way. At first I had to do some scissors to cut it off. Once it shrinked, it was there. So yeah, so I know to do the same thing in reverse for, to remove it this time. So the shrink wrap is on there. Instead of $19.99 and $19.99 plus tax plus shipping, shrink wrap bags are, let's see, I got the 4x6 100 gauge 500 in a box, or a case as they call it, for $6.19. And I bought those shrink wrap bags at the time that I bought 2 other cases and a larger one, because I use it for wrapping soaps and crafts and other things that I make. If it's leaving the house, it's got to have a professional demeanor, and I wrap it up because, hello, I make soap. Okay? When you make soap, you want the soaps to be protected. So if we dropped it off anywhere United States and it got a little bit of water on it, the water bounced right off of that. Now I do keep a little scent saver hole there in my soap, so you go like that and go, yeah, but it's still enough plastic there to protect it from, the weather and all that. So, yeah. So it occurred to me, and my phone is actually waterproof, so that's not the reason I shrink wrapped it. I just didn't want the screen to have a nick or a cut or anything like that. So that's my protector. and it's waterproof. Now it's nick proof, and I know for a fact just using the shrink wrap bags from personal experience, once it's on there, that stuff is hard to get off. I mean, you literally have to cut it. Let me just show you one of these. See, it literally is kind of solid there. It's substantial. You will have to cut that or just keep pulling at it until it, gives up the ghost. And in this format, I would just literally have to cut it. Because, or take the shrink wrap gun, heat it up, and then just, loosen it up on sides and then take it out quick. It's just easier just with the X-Acto. So, if you're having an issue with your Sapphire Shield or the little covers that wasn't quite as expensive as the $19.99, but you want to put a phone cover or phone shield on there and it lifted up or didn't act right or whatever, try shrink wrap. I'm just saying, it worked for me. It probably worked for somebody else. And if it doesn't work, hey, at $5 and, $16 and it was $6.15 per box. Until you get something that does work for you, that is an option. So in the meantime, let me get back to my room. We're talking about these. You get them at Paper Mart. This is considered to be a case, okay? And there's 500 of them in there. There's 4 by 6. And as you could tell, I have a few things I've written down on there because those are, like for this soap bar, I needed this many of that size and this many of that size, so forth, so on. And I just wrote down notes so that way when it's time to go back to it, I can definitely, get behind, hey, I took one of these and put it around my phone. And I have 400 more. Whereas that one Sapphire Shield, or silicone shield, or whatever they want to call that thing, I paid $19 for one of them. One. Twice. That's $40. So, the shrink wrap, I paid, let's go over shipping, handling, the product itself. Not even $10 for 500. And it's a product I've used for the last year and a half or 2. So if you go by cost effective, give that a try before you try anything else. Because, these companies are out to get you, and tell you, oh, you need to upgrade and you need to do this, you need to do that. And your whole brain is going, you need to get out of my face with that. Yeah. I'm a Christian woman, I don't curse. But when they say stuff like that, I think some mean thoughts, like, you need to get out of my face with that. And then squat. Just go away. Just leave me alone. So, yeah. In the meantime, the heat is off. The city is wet. It's raining. It's cool. I'm sweating buckets. So I am going to figure this out because the heat is off. So, it's not an air conditioner or heater thing. So, yeah. In the meantime, first thing I'll do is grab a different t-shirt. And maybe turn on a fan or whatever. And I'll catch y'all on the flip. So this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube. People are elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. My t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.tmail.com. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye now. It's too hot in this city.